Okay, we're here at the Vero Beach Tennis and Fitness Club.
Come on!
And we got a special guest here, Luke Jensen,
Woo!
along with Joseph and James Van Deinse. So, Joseph, what was Luke doing here today?
Oh man, well, we're doing play tennis with a Grand Slam champion today for all our members, and we're getting them ready for their future French Open victories, just like Luke here. And so he's here all day, working with the members, showing them double strategy, stroke production, moving around the court, telling great stories. It's a good time.
Yeah, for a Grand Slam breakfast for $3.99, you get pancakes, scrambled eggs, sometimes sausage, whatever you want.
So one of the great things is you all are from Michigan. I think that's where you all first met, was from Michigan. You know, talk about how you guys first became acquainted with each other.
Well, we brought Luke to Traverse City, Michigan, Luke and Murphy, about 20 years ago.
It was such a ridiculous thing. Hey, come up, let's play a little tennis, do a little exhibition. These guys, I mean, they're like juicing up, they're lifting weights. They brought in like this Michigan tennis mafia, these cherry pickers from the north. It was like Fear of the North stuff. Man. And they smoked us. I mean, we were cheating. We were calling the balls on the line out, but we had no chance.
I remember mixing up the brothers, and I actually got to play with Luke, and we won that set 6-4 against Joseph and Murphy.
Oh, well, you know, I could never rely on Murphy's serve, so.
Yeah, I know. I always double faulted. Always double faulted.
But talk about, that's just a great story because, obviously, Luke, you have won the French Open in '93 with Murphy, and you guys had a great career together. And James and Joseph, you guys play a lot here locally and so forth. But just talk about the dynamic of having a brother in the family, that you play with and against, and, just the family dynamics of tennis.
Well, we were lucky because we had twin sisters that also played, so there's always someone around. Tennis was the glue for our family that always brought us together. Our parents played, our grandparents played, and for me, competing and then trying to make a living doing it with my brother, I knew every shot he was trying to hit, every shot he was going to miss, every shot he was going to make, and it made it a lot easier because I had a built-in practice partner, someone that always wanted to kick my butt, so the intensity on practices was always there, and honestly, it was a family thing, so it was lots of love.
James, how was it like
well,
playing
for
with
mentioning
Joseph?
titles, my brother and I won a title in Miami, and it was an open event. So we always say that we won the Miami Open.
Miami Open,
there
that's
you go.
it, that's it.
But same as Luke said, I mean, we know each other so well, so we play better together. We even fight better together on the court, get through things. So.
Although I might add, there's only one rule we have, is we never fight in front of the customer. That's
true.
Well, that's no fun. You gotta keep it edgy, keep it edgy. Why do they still have their hair and the Jensen brothers are bald? I want to know!
So also, just Michigan has this just great tennis tradition. There's so many great players that have come out of Michigan. Obviously, Luke and Murphy out of Ludington. You have Malavia, Washington. I think Schwartz Creek, Michigan. Aaron Crickstein from Grosse Pointe. Like, what's in the water up there in Michigan that creates
Todd
other...
Martin out of Lansing.
Yep.
That. Victor Maya, Holland. I think the biggest thing is we were lucky when the tennis boom was happening. You guys weren't even born. Tennis houses. Remember, in the South, you could play year-round, but as soon as they start building indoor tennis facilities, it just took off. At one point, we had our own Davis Cup team in the 90s. So you had Mal Washington getting to the finals of Wimbledon in 96, Todd Martin getting the finals of two majors, the Australian Open and the US Open. You had Crickstein top 10 in the world, and we had done something at the French Open. We had our own Davis Cup team from Michigan. I think also is that we really played a ton of tennis with each other. We weren't kind of dodging the competition. I'd play Crickstein on the weekends. I'd play Mal on the weekends. It was really within Michigan. You could drive a couple hours and get great competition.
I have two things to add to that. I think number one is when you're playing up in Michigan, you got to shovel the snow off the court first, and it just makes Michigan kids tougher.
It does. It just does.
And the second thing is, if we're going to put George Washington on Mount Rushmore, I think we got to put Mal Washington and the Jensen brothers on the Mount Rushmore of Michigan tennis. So there we go.
As long as there's Hawkeye. As long as there's Hawkeye, I think everybody's going to be okay with it.
All right, a great time here at the Vero Beach Fitness and Tennis Club with Joseph and James Van Deinse and Luke Jensen.
Whoa!
All right, guys, thanks so much. Good chat.
Thank you.